Hi, my name is Brittany Partridge, and I'm an attorney at Butler Kahn. One of the first questions I normally get asked from potential new clients or even new clients is, am I going to have to go to trial, or when am I going to have to go to court? And the short answer is it depends. So most cases, actually 97% of cases, never see a jury verdict, and only 3% do. So what happens with that 97% of cases that don't wind up going to a jury trial? Well, a lot of them resolve or settle, and you are absolutely able to settle a personal injury claim, but there are pros and cons to settling your personal injury claim, and today I'm going to talk about those. So first, let's talk about the benefits. First, you have finality when you settle a personal injury claim. So when you do settle your personal injury claim against all of the defendants that are involved, you're done. You're able to close that chapter of your book of life and move on. And a lot of our clients who went through a traumatic experience do appreciate being able to just move past that portion of their life and looking on to the next. So finality is absolutely a benefit to settling a personal injury claim. Another benefit is that it's usually faster. So you can settle a personal injury claim almost immediately, though we do not recommend it after you're injured. But you can settle a personal injury claim a lot quicker than you will likely see a trial date. Granted, a lot of cases will even settle up until the eve before trial. So we've had settlement offers come in Friday nights, Sunday nights when we start trial that Monday. So you can settle a personal injury claim basically at any point, even while the jury's deliberating. We've done that as well. But it is potentially a lot faster than if you are to wait for a jury verdict and wait for all the appeals to be exhausted. Another benefit is that there is privacy involved. So if you settle a case before you even file a lawsuit, and before you get a jury verdict, your name is not going to be tied to the amount of money that you settle that case for, very likely. So a lot of our releases have a confidentiality provision, so they actually do not even allow the discussion of how much money a client receives, which some of our clients do really appreciate because they don't have that information out in the public. They also can tell their friends, families, coworkers who start asking to borrow money, I'm not able to discuss how much money I've received, and I can't talk about it any further, which can also be, something that our clients don't love. But a lot of the times the clients appreciate having that kind of safeguard of knowing that this is a personal and confidential settlement that only, me and my spouse or me and my children are going to know about. And then another benefit is that there is less risk involved. So anything can happen when you go to a jury trial. You can get a verdict bigger than you've ever imagined or dreamed, but you can also have a jury that can find not in your favor. You can also have an appellate court later on overturn a jury verdict that was absolutely incredible. And it's just not anything in your control at that point. So when you settle a case, it's completely in your control, and you're able to say or agree to how much money you're willing to resolve your case for and the terms and conditions that are involved. The cons to settling a personal injury claim is that there is potentially less money. An insurance adjuster is not going to always see the value in cases, and a jury, in our experience, has been willing to award much more money than an insurance company ever will. So in some cases where we have made settlement offers in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, $1 million, we've seen juries return verdicts of $20+ million, and the insurance company didn't even value it at $1 million. So there's a potential for a lot more money to be awarded at jury trial. Another con is that if you settle your case, you're very likely not going to receive any sort of attorney's fees award. So the attorney's fees are going to be on you, as part of your contingency fee taken out of the total settlement. Whereas if you proceed to trial, if your claim does involve attorney's fees, you have that potential to recover your attorney's fees, which means more money in your pocket at the end. The other con is that potentially the other side of it, confidentiality. Some people want to be able to talk about what they received, especially when they feel that the defendant did them wrong. They want to be able to, go out there and say how they held that defendant responsible and the defendant paid them this much money because that defendant made a mistake, they were willful and they were just wrong. And some clients don't appreciate being held to a confidentiality agreement. And kind of in that same vein, it's a compromise. Settlements are compromise. So not everybody wants to come to a compromise, especially if if the defendant has acted very, very badly. And they want to be able to go to court and have that day in court, which is also another con. You're not going to be able to go to court and speak your truth and tell the jury all that you've gone through, what the defendant has done to you, how it's changed your life, how it's changed your family's life. And some people really want that day in court and want to be able to tell the jury what happened, and they want to see the jury hold the defendant responsible. and a settlement is not going to allow that, vindication, for lack of a better term. So settlement, while it could be quicker, faster, and less risk involved, it's not going to potentially give you that same satisfaction as if you're able to go to court, speak your truth, allow the jury to also speak the truth, and award you the full value of your claim. So we look at every case in a case-by-case basis, and we obviously have to file what the client wants. It's ultimately up to the client what they want to do, whether they want to settle, either make a settlement offer or reject a settlement offer, or if they want to go to trial. But you should always consult with your attorney about and take into account their experience and their opinions on the value of your case, because no case is the same. And we hope that if you ever are involved in a personal injury case, that you do reach out to Butler Kahn to represent you. Thank you.